Live in New Jersey? A new law significantly expands who can obtain a protective order. I'm David Bruno, former prosecutor, certified criminal trial attorney by the New Jersey Supreme Court, and a national TV legal analyst. Our team of former prosecutors at the Bianchi Law Group monitor all legal developments and help attorneys and residents stay up on their rights. On July 24th of 2023, Governor Murphy signed a Senate bill into law which significantly expands who can obtain a temporary or permanent protective order in the state of New Jersey. The new law authorizes the issuance of protective orders in certain situations under which the current domestic violence laws are inapplicable because the victim lacks a prior or existing family or dating relationship. Under the Prevention of Domestic Violence Act, to obtain a final restraining order, a victim must establish that the accused committed a predicate act of domestic violence as defined in the act. Those are 19 crimes and offenses, and that the restraining order is necessary for the protection of the victim. 3 types of relationships between the accused and the victim are required under the Domestic Violence Act. Those are 1, a spouse, former spouse, or a person who is a present household member or was at any time a household member. 2, a person with whom the victim has a child or is expecting a child. Or 3, a person with whom the victim has had a dating relationship. An individual who does not fit one of those 3 categories of relationships is not entitled to a protective order in the Domestic Violence Act. That's why the new law is going into effect. Now, the new law amends the Sexual Assault Survivor Protection Act of 2015. That was called SASPA, and it renames it the Victims Assistance and Survivor Protection Act, now known as VASPA. SASPA, and now VASPA, were created to supplement the Domestic Violence Act when victims are not eligible for the protections because of the relationship. Before the amendment, SASPA authorized protective orders to persons not eligible for protections under the domestic violence statutes for acts of non-consensual sexual contact, sexual penetration, lewdness, or attempts to commit them. Significantly, VASPA expands the scope of SASPA to authorize the New Jersey Superior Court to issue temporary or final protective orders to victims, regardless of their current or prior relationship status to the abuser, by expanding the eligible acts for which a protective order may be obtained to include stalking, cyber-harassment, sexual assault, and criminal sexual contact. Now, under VASPA, a person may apply for an initial temporary protective order with the Superior Court alleging to be a victim of non-consensual sexual contact, sexual penetration, lewdness, or stalking or cyber harassment. A temporary protective order issued under the new law would limit the contact of the alleged actor, now referred to as the respondent, and could also prohibit the respondent from entering the residence, property, school, or place of employment of the alleged victim or of the alleged victim's family members. Or the order could require the respondent to stay away from any specified place that is named in the order and is frequently regulated by the alleged victim or the alleged victim's family or household members. And 3, protect the respondent from following, harassing, or threatening to harm, follow, or harass the victim. Within 10 days following the issuance of the temporary protective order, similar to the Domestic Violence Act, a hearing would be held in the Superior Court in the county where the temporary order was issued, unless good cause is shown for the hearing to be held in another county. At the hearing, before a judge, the standard for issuing the protective order would be preponderance of the evidence. A violation by the respondent of a temporary or permanent protective order would constitute either a fourth-degree contempt crime or a disorderly persons offense under New Jersey Statute 2C 29-9. VASPA also revises 2C 14-20, which established a central registry maintained by the Administrative Office of the Courts for all protective orders issued under SASPA or VASPA, and any violations of such protective orders. The information in the central registry is generally confidential, but released to law enforcement, courts, and public agencies to conduct investigations, proceedings, or other official purposes. The Bianchi Law Group monitored this progress as it made its way through the Senate and the Assembly, and now has become a law. This new law significantly alters who can obtain a temporary or protective order in New Jersey. For more information about this law, click the link below for our team's blog post on this new law. And there are also links to other resources and free ebooks. You should immediately contact our team of former prosecutors at 862-315-7929 to schedule a free case review with one of our expert criminal defense attorneys. We are available 24/7 for immediate assistance and further counsel on your case.